Morocco, officially the Kingdom of Morocco, is a country in the Maghreb region of North Africa. It overlooks the Mediterranean Sea to the north and the Atlantic Ocean to the west, and has land borders with Algeria to the east and the disputed territory of Western Sahara to the south. Morocco also claims the Spanish exclaves of Ceuta, Melilla, and Pinon, the village de la Gomera, and several Spanish-controlled islands off its coast. It spans an area of 710,850 km square with a population of roughly 37 million. Its official and predominant religion is Islam. More than 99% of the population is Sunni Muslim and less than 0.1% of the population is Shia Muslim. Groups together constituting less than 1% of the population include Christians, Jews, and Bahas. The official languages are Arabic and Berber. French and the Moroccan dialect of Arabic are also widely spoken. Moroccan identity and culture is a mix of Arabs, Berber, African, and European cultures. Its capital is Rabat, while its largest city is Casablanca. The culture of Morocco is a blend of Arab, Amazighs, Andalusian cultures with African, Hebraic, and Mediterranean influences. It represents and it's shaped by a convergence of influences throughout history. Morocco was one of the first countries to recognize the newly independent United States, opening its ports to American ships by decree of Sultan Muhammad III in 1777. Morocco formally recognized the United States by signing a treaty of peace, and in 1786, a document that remains the longest unbroken relationship in US history. Morocco formally achieved its independence from France on March 2, 1956. The Berbers in Morocco are an indigenous civilization of North and Sub-Saharan Africa whose existence dates back more than 20,000 years, called the Amazigh Free Men. Nowadays, the Berbers in Morocco are the descendants of nomadic or sedentary tribes, generally rural, who have experienced numerous invasions. One of the foremost popular Moroccan dishes is couscous. Traditionally, it's made from wheat pasta which is rolled and sliced by hand. It's steamed with stewed meat and seasonal vegetables. While serving, the couscous is covered by meat. Then vegetables are placed on top or on the edges of the pyramid. Moroccan cuisine has a lot of flavors varying from one dish to another. Moroccan cuisine is reflected by its market. First thing you observe is hundreds of spices. If the souks with iconic dishes come together to create the most authentic dishes that made for generations. One of the famous drinks in Morocco is Moroccan mint tea, which contains menthol, a known anti-inflammatory, antispasmodic, and analgesic that soothe the respiratory tract. If you are struggling in between breaths or are cooped up in your bed because of stubborn cold, a warm Moroccan mint tea brew is just what you need. Ibn Batuta, a Moroccan famous traveler, was a medieval Muslim traveler who wrote one of the world's most famous travel logs, the Rila. This work describes the people, places, and cultures he encountered in his journeys along some 75,000 miles across and beyond the Islamic world. Morocco is home to many species of animals, both wild and domesticated. The most common species include camels, sheep, horses, donkeys, and mules. Other native species found in the country are hyenas, jackals, foxes, and a variety of birds such as eagles and storks. Most deadly and dangerous animals in Morocco are African golden wolf, palm rat, wild boar, striped hyenas, scorpions, puff adder, horned viper, flick-flack spider. The most popular sport is football, followed by cricket, basketball, rugby union, and hockey. The Batuta Pro is the top league competition for football clubs in Morocco. Each year, 16 teams compete for the championship. Champions and runner-ups participate in the African Champions League. Morocco has qualified for the final stage of the FIFA World Cup on 6 occasions, which were in 1970, 1986, 1994, 1998, 2018 and 2022. Their best performance was 2022 when they finished in 4th place, thus becoming both the first African and Arab nation to reach a semi-final at a World Cup. The country is relatively safe, peaceful and stable. Moroccan people, both Arabic and Berber, are also noted for their warm hospitality and friendly nature. Tourists may receive curious looks in areas that see few visitors, but this is often followed by cheery waves and attempts to strike up a conversation. The Moroccans are very welcoming and love to share their traditions and cultures with foreign tourists. Moroccans love to meet foreigners and practice their English with them, either for its deliciously warm weather, stunning natural landscapes, great cuisine, and tourist-friendly cities and culture. Morocco remains a major travel destination for its stunning landscapes, rich culture, great weather, and vibrant tourist sector, among other reasons. Tourism is considered one of the main foreign exchange sources in Morocco, and since 2013 it had the highest number of arrivals out of countries in Africa. In 2018, 12.3 million tourists were reported to have visited Morocco. Top 10 tourist places in Morocco are Casablanca, Marrakech, Tangier, Rabat, Agadir, Essaouira, Tagajout, Tetuan, Chefchaouen, and Fez. Morocco's education system consists of 6 years of primary, 3 years of lower middle, 3 years of upper secondary and tertiary education. The education system is under the purview of the Ministry of National Education and Ministry of Higher Education and Executive Training. The higher education system comprises 13 public universities, 8 private universities and 211 private institutions and schools. Public universities are free except for Al-Akhawen University and the International University of Rabat, which are tuition-based. In general, country has a tropical climate with temperatures reaching as high as 35 degrees Celsius and as low as 5 degrees Celsius in the Sahara. The coast has a warm Mediterranean climate tempered on the eastern coast by southwest trade winds, whilst inland areas have a hotter, drier continental climate. The months November to January are rainy months, especially in the north of Morocco. The main industries in Morocco are renewable energy, aeronautics, and the automotive industry and electronics, which have made significant strides over the past decade. In addition to the offshoring sector, textile, food processing, pharmaceutical industry, and mining. The three leading exports are agricultural products, semi-processed goods, and consumer goods, phosphates and phosphate products. Morocco imports crude petroleum, textile, fabric, telecommunications equipments, wheat, gas, and electricity, transistors, plastics, etc. Its main imports partners are France, Spain, China, Italy, Germany, United States, and Saudi Arabia. Morocco also imports ready-made garments products from Bangladesh. Morocco is known for its uniquely rich culture centered on religion, tradition, and abundance of beaches, mountains, ranges, and deserts, which makes it popular as the Arab West. Morocco, though a country in the western region of North Africa, is centered with Islamic tradition.